Good morning, children. It is nice to be with you once again. Today we are going to start with the poetry section and we are going to deal with the poem The Dust of Snow. Dust of Snow is a poem written by Robert Frost. And Robert Frost, as you all know, is a poet of a romantic age and he has written very beautiful poems. This poem is a simple one and it has symbolic meaning and it signifies that smaller things can have a great effect on our thought process. The poet, if you find in the poem, has used many poetic devices which we will be dealing while reading the poem. Now, let us read the poem and you pay attention towards the screen and please be careful when we read it and we study the poem. You must listen to it very carefully. Let's start with the poem Dust of Snow. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. A very small poem, isn't it? But with a very beautiful thought. The poem is a simple poem. It has deeper meaning inside. What it expresses is that the poet is standing under a hemlock tree. And what he finds? The poet finds that his mood changes while standing under the tree. What happened? How come the poet's mood was changed? He was feeling depressed. He was feeling hopeless. He was standing under the tree. And then what happened? A crow was sitting on the tree. And as it shook the tree, the snowflakes fell on the poet. Now, these snowflakes, it depicts that the tree was covered with snow, and on top of that, the crow was sitting. And as soon as it moved, it changed its position. The flakes fell on the poet, and this changed the thoughts process of the poet. And he spent the rest of the day very happily. He was in a very depressing mood. He was not in a good mood that time. He was feeling hopeless. But what we find that those snowflakes, when they fell from the tree, they changed the mood of the poet. And then he says in the second stanza, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. What the poet is trying to say? That this thing changed the mood of the poet from sadness to happiness. And it had saved his day, because otherwise he would have spent whole of the day in anger or maybe in tension or maybe in bad mood. But this small incident saved the rest of the day from being wasted in disappointment. The poem itself shows that how small things in life can change your day. Therefore, it is said that a smile too has beautiful meaning. If you cannot say good things, if you don't feel like saying anything, if you just smile, your smile can make the day. A small thing, a small good act can change the life of others and even your own life. The poet is trying to tell you that symbolically it has a deeper meaning. And what he's trying to tell, that the significance of smaller things can have a great impact on your thoughts process and on your future. So learn to give something. It may be a small act, it may be a small thing. You may think that, oh, what am I doing? Even if you give a glass of water to someone who is thirsty, it will have a good impression on that person as well. It will be blessed by God for you, because God keeps record of every good thing we do and every bad thing whatever we do. So we are answerable in front of God for our deeds. And here the poet is saying, just poem is just a description of a tree which is covered with snow and a crow is sitting, and just he moves and the snow fell down, flakes fell down on the poet, and how it changes his mood. And he says, then my mood was changed. A small act of goodness, a small act of mercy, a small act of love and compassion can change your life as well as the life of others. That is what the poet is trying to tell us. Now, after understanding the poem, I am giving you the word meanings of the difficult words as it is in the poem. Dust of snow, these are the particles of the snow. And hemlock tree is a poisonous plant, which has been described in the poem. And then there is a word rude, and that means in anger. When you are in anger, that word is used, and the meaning of that word is rude is anger. And then after this, let us understand the poetic devices used in the poem. And first of all, let us go to the rhyming scheme of the poem. If we try to understand the rhyming scheme of the poem, it is A B A D, A B A D. So there is rhythm in A B A D, and then there is symbolism. What is symbolized here? Hemlock tree and the crow. And there is irony also. What is that irony? Irony is seen in the poet's use of hemlock tree, because hemlock tree is possessing poison, yet it is giving the poet much desired happiness. A contrast is seen between what is said and what is meant. It is also between what appears to be true and what is ultimate truth. And this reed is also a herb. It's a plant used for medicinal purposes in the medieval times, and here it has been ironically used. So the poetic devices which are used in the poem are rhyming scheme, symbolism, and irony. I hope you must have understood the poem, and poem is very short poem with a simple meaning, and we can call it a simple poem, isn't it? And now, children, I am giving you a question which you are going to write and solve in your English class or copy. What is the poet trying to convey through the poem Dust of Snow? What is the poet trying to convey through the poem Dust of Snow? So in this you have to write the theme of the poem, what the poet is trying to tell you. I hope you must have enjoyed the poem, and maybe you must have also experienced a similar moment that has changed your mood and day. So, I would like you to write a diary entry regarding this. Please write the question. Have there been times when you felt depressed or hopeless? Have you experienced a similar moment that changed your mood that day? Write a diary entry regarding the same in your English classwork notebook. I hope, children, you must have understood the poem written by Robert Frost. A beautiful, simple poem with a very deep meaning. In the end, I would like to bless you, and children, may your day be a good one, and God bless you. Thank you, children.